What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We are back on the dev build. In my sneak peek yesterday, I missed a huge opportunity. That is to see how much gunboat energy 12 boosted GBE statues is going to give. And I mean, troop damage, troop health, ice, all that kind of stuff doesn't really give that instant impact of what the heck this is. Now, every single one of these statues is boosted, and every single one of these statues is perfect. So if you want to go out and tickle your base to death, this is the statue layout for you. You can throw so many smokes, so many shocks that it doesn't matter what the heck happens in the attack. You should be able to take down many, many operation bases. Now, I don't recommend this statue layout, but with the max level gunboat and the max level statues, I wanted to see how much gunboat energy we have. So what I'm going to do quickly, get Miss Brick's battle orders selected. We're going to no scout attack Javanese just to see 302 gunboat energy, and that's without the tribes. So I'm going to quickly walk back there, see just how much gunboat energy this is going to take and how much is going to be left over at the core. Now, typically, I'd be over here farming some gunboat energy, but why would you do that if you have 12 gunboat energy statues, 302 GBE? Now, I do this attack differently than most people. I do it the old school way, where you do this huge long javelin flare, get your troops rocking and rolling, drop brick when your troops hit that yellow line, and then we just walk towards that mine. We are guaranteed to hit that mine, but you know what? We don't care because we've got lots and lots of gunboat energy for medkits. So might hit that mine, level 20 mine, really don't care. Gonna keep on cruising. We're gonna walk to right about there, getting these dudes and dudettes walking. I just made my first mistake. I guess it's more than like my second mistake of the battle. Should still be a-okay, though, losing the delay like a complete and utter noobalism. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 right into there. I know there are better paths than this, but this is the path that I know, so this is the path that I am going to use. We are going to throw a shock and a flare. This is the tough shock that everyone seems to miss. For whatever reason, I can hit that 99% of the time, but this time I decided to miss it just to show how many shocks we have back here. We just have gunboat energy on top of gunboat energy on top of gunboat energy. Just shocks on top of shocks on top of shocks. 302 GBE. No medkits yet. No need for a stinking medkit. Down goes Javanese just like that with 0 troops left over. Brick standing there all by her lonesome. That is the perfect attack, by the way. There were mistakes upon mistakes upon mistakes, and we had so much gunboat energy that on Forlorn Hope we managed to solo Javanese using, that was at like a 7-8 shock core hit, something ridiculous like that. So I wanted to start the video out with that just to show you that, hey, this is completely and utterly bananas. If you are trying to learn how to use smoke, might be a good option for you to do. You're going to tickle the base, though. Like, you're just throwing tiny little darts at it. But a lot of tiny little darts, as you saw there, does all sorts of damage. So that's how we're going to start the video. I'm going to jump into some speed serum music, then we'll come over to my other account and on the real game. So back in just a second. So in case that wasn't clear, that was not the real game. It seems like that confuses people every single time. Now, onto my tech tree. This is the tech tree we left off with. You can see that we've got Mr. Bullit up there. We've got 1 key short of this right here, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Every single season that seems to happen to me. But we've got 2 chests down here, hanging out in tier 13, not doing super duper well. My other account, I went and got Everspark, and Everspark clears so many mines that it's absolutely ridiculous, but I'm not super duper sold on her. Oops, I just dropped 1 too many boats. So this morning, my attack's not going super cleanly, I have to say, making all sorts of mistakes, but that's all right. When you have 302 gunboat energy, you can make all the mistakes you want. So Next up, you can see that I have shocks. I forgot to mention that little tidbit. Shocks coming in a little bit handy so far. Haven't had a ton of use with them, but just as soon as we get a little bit extra gunboat energy clearing up the front here, then we're going to start using those shocks to get in and amongst that building right about there. And now out come the shocks. Boom goes the dynamite, and now Bullit's going to get his energy drink, get cruising in and amongst that stuff. Need to throw one more shock, then we're gonna just hopefully that is, cruise back to these back engine room over here, sending Bullit back. He should be able to sneak through there. Really wish I had smoke. Shocks get so expensive so quickly, and as you can see right there, Bullit is probably not gonna make it because his health is starting to get very low. Thankfully we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 3, 6, 8 heavies grinding away. Now this is not a good placement for my troops because that mortar and cannon and things that are going to wreck me. But thankfully, we managed to get all of our dudes grinding up on that core with their wimpy little chain guns. So Doctor Strange, what you got for us? Coming back around. Heavy Zuka. So many people using Heavy Zuka. We are going to pick up that win. Now, one thing of note is you'll notice that my gunboat, I have started to upgrade that. I believe I did that towards the end of my video yesterday. That gunboat upgrade is just so critical. Going up against people with mines and boom mines and flamethrowers and mortars and cannons and snipers, oh my. Definitely need to start upgrading that gunboat because Bullit, like you saw there, did not have enough for that last energy drink, and we would have done far better if Bullit could have rushed over there. So moving back into tier 14, yay is us, 3 times win streak, and I made the biggest faux pas in the history of Boom Beach and never mentioned a win streak. Otherwise, you're doomed. We've probably already gone over that on many. Ooh, a 2 engine room base. I like it. I have not attacked a 2 engine room base, I don't think, ever. I'm gonna go like 4 to the left, maybe, and then I'll get Bullit over to the right in a second or so. I really have no idea what the heck we're gonna do, just except for throwing 1 shock. That flare is going to expire, which is kind of handy. We're gonna wait a couple seconds here, get those dudes grinding, and then we'll get this out here, and then hopefully we'll be able to send Bullit over onto this final engine room. Not going to be super quick, but don't need to be super quick because we're going against a lower engine room opponent. Just trying to get Bullit out front so he can clear all sorts of those mines as the rest of our dudes come up behind him, and down goes the 2 engine room base. And the sad thing about attacking a 2 engine room base is that you have to do an extra attack to get your chest. So thankfully, we're going to go 3 + 3 + 2 = 8, which is kind of handy. Let's see what Wellen Feng is going to do for us. They are trying the classic of classic maneuvers, bringing in the heavy rush. I don't know that they're going to be able to get all of my engine rooms, but I hope that they can, because anyone on a lower engine room level, I'm rooting for them always. Oh, this is going to be ugly, folks. Watch this. Just bunched up heavies disappearing just like that. Come on, dude. I hope you can get there. Please get there. I think they're going to get like 1 heavy there right now. 2 heavies. This is going to take a while. I will pause. Let's quickly go through my tech tree here. Now, my next step for my tech tree are, of course, going to be those cannons, because 2 extra cannons are going to make a decent difference. And I love getting choice nodes because it means you don't have to spend any tokens. So I can use my tokens elsewhere. And then, of course, they must have retreated. That was not required, person. Well done. Thank you for that. But anyways, then we're going to go into troop damage. Those 2 choices are very easy. That way, 4 engine rooms is we're knocking on the doors. I've already spent a couple extra tokens, a couple extra keys, I should say, on A, the heavies, and B, onto troop health. So definitely not rushing that engine room as much as I would have liked, but we should be A-okay still, I think. So we're going to send these guys back into here. It's the same attack every time almost. That's where this gets a little bit annoying, boring. I I really hope that people start to change their bases up a little bit. The problem is these bases are working incredibly well, so there isn't really a reason for anyone to change their bases. So we're going to throw a shock right there, trying to get as many buildings as we possibly can, saving our gunboat energy. Those left-hand side dudes doing us all sorts of favors. And on these kind of attacks, Everspark is absolutely boss. I gotta say, Everspark, with the number of critters she drops, just works so well. And the fact that she drops critters means that you can run away from an engine room and come back and like move on to the next engine room as your critters clear that engine room. So if you're thinking about a hero, Brick, Everspark, all of them have their pluses and minuses. I know a lot of people out there have said, you know what, I'm not going on a hero quite yet, gonna hold out, and I don't blame you, because really all of the heroes are viable at this point. I've seen one person using Kavan, and I feel like that's about the only hero I'm not super stoked on, but we should be able to get this final engine room here, as I need to choose between Bullit and a shock. Which one would you do? I'm going to pick Bullit because we've already lost. Really doesn't matter at this point. But curious to hear if you guys been using shock. Oh, I guess shocks are also out of the way. I feel like shocks aren't doing a heck of a lot for me. Shocks probably would do a lot more for Everspark or for Brick. But with Bullit, I feel like I'm wasting energy on shocks here and there. So Kaiser Power kicking our butts to the curb. Can't leave on a loss though. Gonna get one more chest. The nice thing is getting all of these chests right in the middle of that iron tier. Definitely need to get up into gold soon though. The sooner you get into gold, the sooner you get more keys, the sooner you start to distance yourself. So if for some reason you didn't know that, please keep that in mind. It is so critical. Now, I feel like I'm going way too slow at this point, so we're going to try and speed things up a little bit. I know for a fact I'm going too slow because we just lost. Sorry, that's a bit of a brain fart there. Gonna get Bullit out first because clearly that way Bullit can get shot in the face, not the heavies. That should improve my battle a little tiny bit, not a ton, but just enough. Now, sending 3 boats to the left also seems like overkill. I think we only needed 2 over there, but let me know what kind of split you're doing. That split is critical though, and so the fact that those 3 dudes can get in on that engine room means that now we can get our flare ready. We can get onto this engine room right about now. Gonna send Bullit out. We're gonna show a shock right there. I just shocked Bullit. Shocking Bullit on operation attacks is great. Shocking Bullit on warship attacks, not so good. We just wasted his entire energy drink. When I say we, you guys share in my goods and my bads, unfortunately. So we are going to have enough gunboat energy to get Bullit onto that final engine room. That flare is going to expire, so we're going to throw one more flare. And the beautiful thing about this is, watch this, Bullit's going to sit right dead between those machine guns, so the machine guns aren't going to bother him. And now our heavies can come in and finish the job that Bullit started. So 240, 241, 242, somewhere in that neighborhood typically will get you wins at the moment. I know there are some people using like rifle Zuka Brick that are getting like 304 and stuff. So to those people, here we go. Look at this. Brick coming in. Please shoot Brick in the face. That is all I ask of you, is please shoot Brick in the face right. She stopped short right before the line. Southern Gold, I applaud you. That was the perfect spot. I'm so happy I had that cannon highlighted, because if he would have waited, or she would have waited like an extra second, we would have won that battle. So using the Iron Will to keep their heavies alive, personally, I think battle orders would be a better option. But look at that, hitting those boom mines, proving me wrong. That was incredible to watch. Those boom mines just get eaten up by the heavies. So well done, Southern Gold. You're still not gonna win. Thankfully, I can finish on a win, but neat to see people using Iron Will. And if you're using Brick, let me know if you're going Iron Will or battle orders. I feel like battle orders would have won that battle for that person. But Iron Will, without instant training, Iron Will is definitely something you want to look at. Speaking of things you want to look at, I should have bought those cannons last battle, but of course I forgot because I was too excited to get back into the next battle. We're going to throw a cannon there, and then I think the other cannon goes about there, somewhere in that neighborhood, and then suddenly we're going to be picking off an extra couple heavies. So that's my warships battle for the day. on my main base, on the real game, my sculptor has been upgraded. I'm waiting for a statue now. Gonna keep going here. Don't really want to take something out of my statue storage. Statue storage, by the way, not super high on my priority of things to upgrade, because like you can see here, I've got all sorts of good stuff in there. I'm gonna keep going on this account. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Cancel. Sorry, that's bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 purple statues. Gonna throw one more troop damage in there. Like I said before, 6 GBE, 5 troop damage, 1 troop health. Going to be near optimal. That's going to be so much fun. Anyways, the update has dropped. It's silently updated overnight for me, which I can't remember a Boom Beach update doing. They've done the smart thing here. They've thrown the extra builder in there. They've thrown the blueprint in the box. So if you're going to use any of those, do consider throwing Zedmot in your creator boat, even if you're not going to do that. I like the fact they put these in here. Those are kind of tempting, more so the extra builder than the resources. But anyways, that is all for me. As per usual, thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmot. Peace.